And I'm Mahima Vachrajani, and together we'll take you within the next 1 hour and answer all your stock related queries on this particular show. You can ask all your stock related queries, whether they're fundamental or technical, on the numbers that is flashing on your screen. You can either call us or WhatsApp us. Moving on to the guest for the day. Today on the show, we're joined by Mahesh M. Oja, who is the AVP Research and Business Development, Hensex Securities, who will be answering all your stock-related queries on the fundamentals. And we're also joined by Mr. Amar Deo Singh, who is the Senior Vice President Research at Angel One on the technicals. Welcome to both of you, gentlemen. To start with, our first query is from Bharat Kumar. And he has a query on the JM Financial shares. His average price is around 142 and he's holding around 4,350 shares. Now, just pull up the charts and see, because he's incurring a loss of almost 80,000 rupees on this particular counter. The stock did see an uptick of around 2.8% today, close 2.8% higher, but it has corrected around 30% from its highs, and it's also trading below its 50 daily moving average. Mahesh, I'll come to you on this one. Do you think that this is the right stock to have in your portfolio?
Good evening. Definitely, particularly broking stock facing some more pressure. So GM is also facing some pressure. But from GM perspective, if I think from merchant banker portion in mutual fund portion, that stock can be good potential for longer term. But from current view, all the broking industry stocks are facing some pressure. So GM is also facing some pressure. So anything can be consolidated near 115 to 125 range for some more time. After that, what we may see some upside up to 160 odd level in another 6 to 9 months. So from medium to long term, definitely can hold, but from shorter term, it may consolidate in lower.
All right, so shorter term it may consolidate is the view coming in on JM Financial. Moving on to the next query, Lakshman Singh Rajput from Solapur, Maharashtra has a query on Vishal Mega Mart. He is holding around 1,000 shares, and and his time horizon for holding this particular shares is 1 year. Amar, I'll come to you on this one because fundamentally we've seen that the retailers in the tier 2 and tier 3 cities that are present have done extremely well. Even if you see the Q3 updates coming in on V-Mart, V2 retail, all of them have done very well because the rural consumption is picking up, which is why the tier 2 and tier 3 city retailers have done well. But Vishal Mega Mart specifically, not sure if you have enough data on the charts to give a view on this. If not, I'll go to Mahesh.
Yeah, there's not much data.
I thought so. It's just recently listed. Let's pull up Vishal Mart's chart and see how much it has been gaining or losing since its listing. It was up 8% in trade today. And let's also pull up, if we can, and see how much it has gained since its listing. There you go. The issue price was 78, but it's up 45% since then. Mahesh, I'll come to you on this one. Your view on Vishal Mega Mart?
Definitely, one can hold Vishal Mega Mart because good expansion we can see in for the upcoming time. But from a short-term perspective, anchor lock-in period will be end. So if any profit booking come in that level, so that stock can be consolidated for some time. But from 6 to 9 months, I think stock can be hold from 6 to 9 month horizon at least. So we may see 140 to 150 range at least. So from my perspective, it can be hold companies in expansion mode, and we may see some more up the rural consumption upside. And I think Vishal Mega Mart has a good scope for upside.
So now we are getting a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Amit.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. How can we help you?
Yeah, ma'am, I have 100 shares of Bombay Stock Exchange.
Right.
And I have bought it at the average of 652.
Okay.
And so my question is, shall I hold till the time MSP gets listed?
All right. As I can see that you've already booked a profit of 4.74 lakhs. I really congratulate you on that one. And on this, Mahesh, I'd like to come to you. What do you have to say on BSE's performance in the near future?
BSE is good stocks, but from my perspective, already run up, lot of run up in counter. So anyone is thinking from perspective of NSE IPO, I would like to say in any upside he can say sell in staggered way, like in 5,500 can sell 20%, 5,800 20%. So any upside for you can be used for profit booking. I think profit booking is good in BSE at least because stock has run a lot, and I think on upper hand side one should keep profit booking.
Right. Just a quick correction. His unrealized profit stands at around 4.7 lakhs. And Amit, I must congratulate you for buying it at such low levels because you bought it at 652 and the stock is currently at 5,388. So kudos to that. Mahesh, just quickly, because his question was that he wants to know whether he should keep holding BSE shares till NSE gets listed. Is that the right strategy to approach, or will you still maintain a sell on that?
I think that is the right strategy. She can hold up to an NSE listing, but we may see some more upside and downside and profit booking cycle in stock. So I have suggested them a staggered way booking profit. But from that perspective, from NSE listing perspective, she can hold.
Right, so hold if you till NSE gets listed, if you are holding BSE shares. But if you if you're not having that kind of perspective, you can sell BSE and book profits is what Mahesh is directing. Moving on to the next query, Dinesh from Gurgaon is holding IOCL shares. He's holding around 1,700 odd shares, bought at 161 a piece, and currently the stock is trading at around 134. So he's sitting on a loss of around 45,000 odd rupees, and he wants to know whether he should make an entry at the current levels to buy more, hold or sell. What would be the take on this? Amar, I'll come to you on this one. What should one do with IOCL right now? Okay, I think we've lost Amar's line, I believe. Amar, can you hear me? Okay, I think his line is a little blurry there. Mahesh, I'll come to you then, considering his line is a little blurry. Your view on IOCL?
So definitely IOCL can be bought in a staggered way for investment perspective because the dividend yield of stock is very attractive. I think stock and dip can be used for the investment horizon. But his horizon should be at least 12 to 18 months. So that from that perspective, they can buy and hold.
Right. We're also getting a call from Tamil Nadu now. Hi, Murgagel. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Hello, madam.
Yes, hi. Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. Please go ahead with your query.
I have bought 55.5.
Okay. What shares have you bought?
Maharashtra Bank.
Bank of Maharashtra. You've bought 500 shares?
Yes, madam.
At 55.5 a piece.
Yes, madam.
Right. So what are you looking for?
Yeah, I want to sell this.
You want to sell this?
Sell with profit when it comes to profit.
All right. So you're looking for a very short-term outlook on it. Am I correct?
Yes, madam.
And also, if you could just turn down the volume of the TV, because we are not able to hear you properly. So, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm feeling under the weather today. Yeah. So, if we talk about Bank of Maharashtra performance, the stock was down 2.34% today, and if we see its 1 month picture, it was down almost 10.33%, as you can see on your screens right now. So Amar, I'd like to come to you on this. How is Bank of Maharashtra looking on the charts according to you?
Yeah, so if we look at Bank of Maharashtra, what we've seen is that the stock has corrected significantly from almost 70 odd levels, and currently it's trading around 50. The stock did rally towards the 55, 56, but we've seen some sell-off not only happening in Bank of Maharashtra, but across the board in the PSU banking space. However, on the downside, the stock is very strongly supported somewhere around the 47, 48 level. But on the upside, 60 is going to act as a zone of resistance. So ideally, he can hold on to his position, but any significant rally in the stock is only above the 60. Otherwise, the stock could ideally go in consolidation, because that's what the intermediate term trend as well as the long term trend points towards.
All right, so it's a hold on Bank of Maharashtra, and he's saying that the resistance level remains at 60. Otherwise, he's expecting a consolidation on the stock. Moving on to the next query, Nitish from Vizag is calling in. Nitish, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
I have put the GMR Airports stocks of 120
Okay.
at the price of 78.
Okay.
Should I hold or sell?
Okay, and I believe this is from a longer term perspective, Nitish?
Yeah.
All right, so you want a fundamental view. Is there a specific reason as to why you've bought GMR Airports?
I thought that it is coming in a right valuation.
Okay. Okay, so
And
you've
the
studied the
passengers are
company.
also increasing day by day, so I am interested in that.
Okay, all right. Mahesh, I'll come to you on this one. He's saying that he's bought GMR Airports because, according to him, it's available at attractive levels. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely GMR Airport is available at attractive level, but market is also facing some pressure in selling pressure. All the stocks are facing some selling pressure. That prospective many stocks are attractive level. So currently stock is in a downward trend, but fundamentally valuation wise it looks attractive. From my perspective, it may consolidate between 72 to 76 range. So any dip up to 72 level that can be used for buying, and upper side level we can see it 88 to 95 range in 3 to 6 month horizon, because stock is very steady movement in the stock. So I think it can be hold from my perspective.
All right, so that's a hold on GMR Airport. Now we're getting a caller from Chennai. Hi, Vimal.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. How can we help you?
Ma'am, I'm currently holding 200 shares of Swiggy at 570.
All right.
And I want longer term perspective, and I also want to know, can I buy even more stocks so that I can average it out, or Swiggy will fall even more?
Right. And we're also getting one more call from Chennai. Hi, Venkatesh, because I can see he's asking about Zomato. Venkatesh?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. This is Venkatesh.
Good evening. Yes, please go ahead with your query.
I am fan of your NDTV Profit channel. I regularly watch your channel.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, my question is, I purchased Zomato at the rate of 276.
Right.
Around 1,000 shares I have got.
Okay.
So I wish to know, I want to keep it for 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
Shall I average it, or shall I hold it, or shall I book the loss now?
All right. So I'd get a technical and a fundamental view on both Swiggy and Zomato, because we keep on getting queries on Swiggy and Zomato. First, I'd like to come to you, Amar. How is Swiggy and Zomato looking on the charts?
So Swiggy, technically, there's not much data on the chart. So we've seen the stock rally from almost 400 to 600 and then correct all the way towards 500 odd levels. Looking at Zomato would give a better perspective. So see, Zomato's also had a dream run. So we need to understand that just like trees don't grow to the sky, stocks also don't go on forever. So we've seen this Zomato move from almost 4750 levels to almost 300 odd levels. It's a 6x rally in a year's time. So what I would say more than a year's time, one and a half. So what more does one expect? But definitely a correction is healthy. But yes, on correction, one can look at an opportunity. Ideally, a good support level for the stock is somewhere around the 230 odd levels, but not no buying at the current level.
All right. And Mahesh, according to you, how are the fundamentals of Swiggy and Zomato looking like, and what do you prefer one over the other?
Definitely both stocks are good, but currently all the stocks are facing some selling pressure. Then Zomato and Swiggy are not apart from market, so Zomato is also facing some selling pressure. I think it may consolidate between 235 to 245 range. Zomato, if that range could be used for buying as per Amar said, I'm agree from that perspective. Lower level can be used for buying. From Swiggy perspective, I think 460 level could be a good buy again if anyone want to average it. So 460, 450 level can be a good range for a Swiggy. As I think some more time consolidation can come in this sector. So both stock can consolidate some more time in this area. So I think it may consolidate some more time. After that one, it may once again move upside. But from 1 to 2 month horizon, I think it may consolidate.
Right. So 2 months horizon, it may consolidate is the view coming in from Mahesh. There was an interesting Jeffries note today on Zomato because of which the stock did see a beating today. Swiggy was also down around 4.3%. It ended 4.3% downward, and Zomato also saw that beating and ended around 4.6% downward. Jeffries has downgraded to hold with a target price of 275, and they've reduced this from 335. What they're saying is that they expect a 1-year consolidation for Zomato and valuations not excessively expensive in context of strong execution. And what they're saying is, and this is the interesting part of the note, because they've cut Blinkit EBITDA forecast sharply over FY26 to 27, and they expect Blinkit to face profitability issue and cut target multiple by half for Blinkit to 6x is what Jeffries has said. So very interesting note from Jeffries, and which is why we saw a beating on both of these stocks today. Moving on to the next caller, Kamath from Bengaluru is calling in. Kamath, a very good evening to you. Thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Good evening, madam. Thank you very much.
Sorry?
I said thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Madam, I have the 1000 CESC
Okay.
at the rate of 185.
Okay.
I wanted to know short-term view. The 10th is the result of the company.
Right. So you want a short-term view, but do you want a technical view or a fundamental view on this? Because you're talking about results.
Both, madam. Both.
I think I'll be able to take one view, so you have to pick between technical and
you
fundamental.
give me fundamental view.
All right. But Kamath, is there a reason behind buying CESC specifically?
Madam, it is in the power sector, and the company is paying a very good dividend.
Okay.
So, it is a very old company and established company. So, based on that, I bought this share.
Okay, understood, Mr. Kamath. Mahesh, he's done his research well. He's sitting on a loss of roughly 5,700 odd rupees. Do you think CESC is a good stock to hold? Because he's looking from a shorter term perspective, but he mentioned that he wants to know whether he should keep holding it till its results.
Definitely, I will give the both of answer. In shorter term perspective, technically, if it is a stock breaking 172 odd level, then the stock can go up to 160 level. So that technically perspective. From fundamental perspective, I would like to say that the stock is very good and dividend yield is also very good in power sector. In power sector comparison, it's reasonably P-valued, so stock has more upside potential. So stock can see we can see 210, 220 odd level in fundamental perspective. But from current perspective, if any selling pressure can come and break 172 odd level, then we may see 160 odd level. That level could be used for buying opportunity as per my view. So fundamentally, it should be hold, and target could be around 210, 220 level.
All right. Now we are getting a call from Mumbai. Hi, Reki.
Hi.
Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. How can we help you?
So I had bought around almost a month and a half back Aries Agro at 355, 356 level.
All right.
After seeing the breakout in the charts, and I am looking for a view of short to medium term.
Okay. So I'd like Amar to take that one. Amar, how is Aries Agro looking on the charts?
So if you look at this stock, the stock did rally towards the 400 mark, and then it has corrected towards 280 odd levels currently. So looking at from a medium-term perspective, intermediate-term trend, I would say there's not much of a concern as long as it sustains above the 260, 265 level. That's an important zone of support. But on the upside, for any meaningful upside move, the stock needs to sustain above the 300, 305 zone, because that's going to act as a zone of resistance. Technically, if you ask me from a short-term perspective, the trend is down, intermediate term trend is more or less, and long-term trend is up. And the intermediate term trend, we are seeing some sort of choppiness. So he can hold on to his position as long as 260 is not breached. On the upside, 305 is the level to watch out for.
All right. So that's the view coming in on Aries Agro. Moving on to the next caller. Ram from Hyderabad is calling in. Ram, a very good evening to you. Thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Yeah, good evening, madam. First of all, happy New Year to you all.
Yeah, thank you.
I wish to congratulate your entire team by giving quality information and bringing.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Ram.
Analyst.
Thank you so
my
much.
query is, madam, Genesis International,
Yes.
which is into ladder maps and have tied up with Google and Mahindra.
Correct.
I bought it at 920 rupees for long term.
Mm-hmm.
Can I know the prospects of the company? If I can hold long term, can I get benefit? Or else now I am in profit today, it has gone up to 990. Can I get out of this company?
All right. Ram, I think you've done your study well on the stock. So first of all, kudos to that. Mahesh, I'll come to you quickly on this one. Genesis International is the counter. How does it look fundamentally to you?
Definitely, we have already discussed on your channel that in 850 odd level that stock is looking good for 1150 to 1200 odd level. But from current perspective, it can be go up to 100, 1060, 1075 odd level. That can be used for some profit booking. But from longer term perspective, we are very optimistic for 1200 odd level. This company looking very good, and I think it may do much more better in a longer term horizon. But from shorter term horizon, we may see some profit booking in 100, 1060, 1075 odd level. That level can be used for profit booking if any have bought in lower level.
So are you suggesting a hold on it?
Definitely, he from current perspective, he can hold, but I have suggested him to from profit booking strategy. If any viewer, our viewers seeing that from shorter term view, they can book profit in 1060, 1075 odd level.
Right.
But an investor is a longer term horizon that can target could be 1200 odd level.
Okay. Now we are getting a call from Gujarat now. Hi, Diksesh.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, thanks for calling. How can we help you?
Yeah, actually I have shares of Sigachi India Limited.
Okay.
And I want to know that is it better for 1 year and next target, and how is the fundamentals of it?
How are the fundamentals of Sigachi India like? Okay, so Mahesh, if you could take that one, what's your outlook on Sigachi India?
Definitely, fundamentally, stock is good. It's a recent listed count and order book and other things. Stocks looks very good. But from current perspective, it may consolidate further from long 1 year horizon. We can see 450 to 475 odd level in Sega. So let's say 1 2 month, stock can consolidate as a market facing some market also facing some consolidation. So from 1 year horizon, target could be 450 to 475 odd level, and one can hold a cycle from 1 year horizon.
All right. Hold is the view coming in on Sigachi India from a 1 year perspective. Moving on to the next caller, Udayan from Ahmedabad is calling in. Udayan, thanks for calling in. A very good evening to you. How can we help you?
Very good evening, madam. Actually, I am presently holding 2,000 shares of Ashok Leyland.
Okay.
And in the year probably 2011, I purchased 2,500 shares of Ashok Leyland at the cost of rupees 50.
Okay.
Out of that, on that I got another 2,500 shares as bonus shares.
Okay, got it.
But at present, I am holding 2,000 shares, and I wish to know that should I keep it for at least a month, because I want to help my family. So I want money. So I want to know, is there any chance of going it up?
Okay.
Because 2 days back, 11 rupees increase was there in this share. Today it went down.
Got it. Uday, I just want to understand that is this the only way that you want to help your family with by selling these shares, or is there another way of?
Because my son wants to raise some money for investment in the house.
Okay, got it. Understood. Because why I'm asking you this question is because you're sitting on handsome profits of around 3.5 lakh rupees, right? So that is the only concern behind asking you. But I believe you want a technical view on this for the next 1 month?
Probably, if at all it reaches about 262, which reached a month or 2 months back, it reached to 260.
Got it.
So at least if it reaches to 262 or above, I will sell it off.
Got it there. I got your query. Amar, I'll come to you on this one. Do you think Ashok Leyland will go back to the 260 levels in the next 1 month?
Yeah, if you look at the stock actually has been trading in a very narrow range because the stock earlier in August had hit 264 and then it corrected all the way towards 200, and then as recent it had rallied towards 238 levels. So the range that the stock is actually looking at is 200 and 240. That's the range for the stock from a short-term perspective. So as long as we don't see the stock trading below, initially I would say even 215 is a very strong support for the stock. So he can hold on to his position, but I would recommend at least booking 50% profits at the current levels, and balance he can hold with a stop loss below the 210 mark. Only when it rallies above 240, then he can expect a significant rally, because the charts are really not showing too much of bullish momentum as of now.
All right, so investor can book profit, 50% profits right now. We're also getting a WhatsApp query now from Subramanyeswara Rao, and he's writing to us from Hyderabad. He says that he's bought SEPC shares, 3,000 shares at 28.20 a piece, and he's asking for a 1 year outlook on it. So if I can see the performance of the stock, so 6 months it has been up 15%, and it was also up 3% today. And recently the board also approved increasing its share capital to 2,250 crore and also approved raising up to 350 crore via rights issue. So Mahesh, what's your outlook on SEPC for the long term?
Definitely stocks can be hold because stock is doing rally, and suddenly a right issue and all the things have come. So stocks face some selling pressure from longer term prospect. It can be hold. I think 35 to 38 level could be come in 1 year horizon, and from current perspective, 16 can be stop loss for the stocks, and the upper side in 1 year horizon it could be 35 to 38 level.
Right, so it's a hold on SEPC for 1 year. Now, viewers, we'll have to slip into a short break. Keep sending in your queries on WhatsApp and call in. We'll be right back for Ask Profit. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit.
On my face. Chalo. How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things around?
People would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? Yeah. But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
Did not have enough money in the bank to even meet the payroll.
What are the lessons that you've learned from the mistakes that you saw being made?
Didn't want to dilute their stake and therefore, ran out of cash.
Think you know what success looks like? Think again. Meet the disruptors, those who dare, dream and defy.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company. powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
This is on my face.
How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things around?
People would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
Did not have enough money in the bank to even meet the payroll.
What are the lessons that you've learned from the mistakes that you saw being made?
Didn't want to dilute their stake and therefore, ran out of cash.
Think you know what success looks like? Think again. Meet the disruptors, those who dare, dream and defy.
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, and we are joined by Mahesh Ojha, AVP Research and Business Development, HDFC Securities, on the fundamentals, and Amardev Singh, Senior Vice President, Research at Angel One, on the technicals. So we're getting a call from Chennai. Let's take up that. Hi, Abhirami.
Ma'am.
Yes. Hi. How can we help you?
Ma'am, I buy Trident stock for 100, ma'am. My LTP is 38.
All right.
My suggestion is this is I hold or sell for this time, ma'am, because market is down.
Right. And I think, is it a recent purchase?
Ma'am?
Is it a recent purchase?
No, ma'am. Short term, ma'am.
No. When did you buy Trident?
Trident December, ma'am. December 28th.
Yeah. So it's a recent purchase. And you're asking for a short-term view on Trident. And as I can see, although today it was up almost 1.3%, if you can pull up the charts, yes. But if you look at the 1 month picture, it has been down 13%. So Amar, how is Trident looking on the charts?
I would say if you look at Trident, it's a stock which really hasn't done anything. Meaning post the sharp rally in January of 2024 last year, where the stock had rallied, and then it has been on a corrective mode only and a consolidation mode. If you look at the trend, there is nothing called any trend in this stock. It's completely a trendless stock right now. As far as the range is concerned, 30 on the downside, it's a very narrow range. So 30, 32 on the downside is immediate level of support. On the upside, immediate zone of resistance is around 35. Till the time it doesn't reach above the 35 level, I would say it could be in for consolidation towards the lower levels towards 30. Ideally, such stocks should be avoided because there's no trend. And if you look over the last 10 to 12 months, the stock really hasn't done much. So I would say that If it trades below 30, then we could witness some sharp correction. Otherwise, one can hold on to its position. Above 35 only, one can expect some rally towards 38, 40. But this is a stock which you can move out if you get an opportunity.
Right. Move out if you get an opportunity is the view coming in on Trident. Mahesh, quickly, a take on this one. Do you agree to what Amar is saying? Because, you know, it's present in the selling and manufacturing of yarn. And, you know, I've done a recent study as to how, you know, these yarn exporters are kind of stuck with, you know, getting their money from Bangladesh right now. Do you think that the performance of that will be reflected in Q3 for Trident, if at all you have a view on this counter?
No, that's perspective. Your perspective is also good, but from my perspective, if you are trading in smaller below 100 type of stocks that can be used for a momentum type of stock, that stocks can be in selling to the pressure that stock could be corrected up to 30-40% odd level, and stock can run up to 40-55% upside. So, my perspective, if any downside 28 odd level that can be used for buying and average out in 35 odd level upside 35 odd level that can be out if they want to use that strategy. And apart from that these type of stocks could be used for in momentum trade, and one should keep a strict stop loss in these type of stocks. So from my current perspective, stock not looks any good from my perspective, but from if any downside up to 28 odd level that stock can be used for average out or fast buying opportunity.
So that's the view coming in on Trident Limited. Moving on, Purnima from Chennai is calling in. Purnima, a very good evening to you. Thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
I have bought Sigachi Industries, 2,000 shares at a price of 67.89 rupees. I just want to know how long should I wait if I have to book profits.
Okay.
I have bought the share probably, I guess, if I'm right, 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
And the stock has not been moving since then after it declined.
Okay.
So what should I do? Because at present I'm sitting at a loss of 34,780 rupees.
Got it.
So how long should I wait if I have to book profits? Because I don't want to book a loss.
You don't want to book a loss. I completely understand that. Purnima, I just wanted to understand as to why did you buy Sigachi Industries in the first place?
Because I guess that is a pharmaceutical company.
Correct.
And one of my friend who is an expert in the stock market, who has been with the stock market for so many years, he has been trading.
Right.
He told me, why don't you buy the Sigachi Industries?
Okay.
And I'm sure it will do well in the near future is what he told me. Then I went through Economic Times articles and all. And being a pharmaceutical company, I thought it would do well. But unfortunately, the price declined and it has not been moving at all.
Okay, I understand your concern, Purnima, but do you want a fundamental view on this or a technical view on this? If you want to continue to keep holding it till you book profits, what is the kind of view you would want?
I would like to know the time frame, how long I should be holding, because I don't mind holding it for a longer period of time.
Got it.
But will it cross the level at all? 67 rupees, will it cross this level at all?
Understood.
Is my query.
Understood. Mahesh, I'll come to you on this one. She wants to book a profit. That's very clear to her. Do you think fundamentally Sigachi Industries is the right counter to hold?
Definitely, she can hold the Sigachi. In my perspective, the stock can take some more time from my perspective, but your holding horizon should be up to 18 months. Then we may see double from here, at least 74 to 85 odd level stock could come in the stocks if your horizon is 18 months up to range. So from my perspective, these stocks can be hold, and stop loss could be near 38 odd level because any fundamentally changes come, then we may see some more selling pressure that could be break 38 odd level. So from current perspective, if your horizon is 15 to 18 months, you can hold, and I think the stock can give some more return from your price also.
Okay, so that's a hold on Sigachi. Now we're getting a call from Hyderabad. Hi, Mohan. Mohan, am I audible? I think we've lost the line there, but we have Mohan's query with us. So he's bought NMDC shares, 1,000 shares at 240 a piece. and with the 2,000 shares bonus as well. Currently is sitting at a loss of 15%. So what should he be doing next? And as I can see on the charts that the stock has been down. Only today it was slightly up over 1%. But if we talk about the 1 month picture, the stock has been down significantly. So Amar, should the investor stay invested or should he sell NMDC?
See, if you look at NMDC, what we are seeing is that the stock has corrected by almost more than 30, I would say roughly around 40% from its highs, which it had made in May of 2024, that is last year. From 95, currently it's around 65 odd levels. So the stock has witnessed some correction and the stock is very close to its crucial support zone. Having said that, the trend still continues to remain negative, both from a short-term and intermediate-term perspective. So what's likely to happen is that even if there is a pullback, sustaining is going to be a challenge. So on the upside, the stock is going to run into a wall of resistance anywhere between 70, 72. That's going to be a zone of resistance, because sustaining above that would mean that there's something positive happening on the metals front as well. On the downside, the stock is strongly supported around the current level. So somewhere around 60 to 63 is a good support for the stock. So ideally, he can hold on to his position, but not expect any significant rally in the near future.
Amar, just to clarify, he's bought at elevated levels of 240 and currently the stock is at 65. Do you still, recommend a hold or should he partially book his losses?
No, not book losses at the current levels, because there is a possibility that it could witness some pullback from these levels.
But it might not go back to the 240 levels at which he's purchased. All right. Got your point. Thank you so much for that, Amma. Moving on to the next caller, Sanjay from Mysore is calling in. Sanjay, a very good evening to you. Thanks for calling in. How can we help you? Sanjay, I can hear you. You can ask your query. Okay, I believe. Yes, Sanjay, we can hear you. Sorry? Sanjay, I can hear you. Okay, I think his line is a little patchy. Okay, we have his query. His query is basically on Tata Elxsi. He's bought 20 shares at 6,500 rupees. So the stock is currently hovering around there, that price itself. It closed at 6,542 today. And he wants a short-term view on this. Amar, I'll again come to you. Tata Elxsi, how does it fare on charts?
See, on the charts, though, it's definitely weak. There's no doubt about it, because the stock in November, third week, had rallied from almost 6,300 levels towards 7,500 levels, and then it's back to square one. So it's the low, if you look at today, is somewhere around 6,400. So it's inching towards its crucial support zone. So 6,200, 6,300, that's an important support zone. So maybe from there we could witness some pullback. If you ask me technically, it's not at all positive on the charts, on the short term, intermediate, or long term. But since it's in oversold territory, so a pullback can be expected. So my advice is that if you get an opportunity, you should definitely exit the stock. Do not expect any upside rally, at least till that stock starts sustaining above the 6,800 level, because that would be the first indication of trend change for the stock.
Okay, so that's a sell on Tata Elxsi. Now we're getting a call from Ahmedabad. Hi, Parth.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Good evening. How can we help you?
So I am holding Orient Technology, 200 shares.
Okay.
At the price of 287.
Right.
So what is the long-term view on it?
So when did you purchase Orient Tech, if I may ask?
Just two months before.
2 months before. Okay. So a long-term view on Orient Tech. Mahesh, I'd come directly to you on this. How are the fundamentals of Orient Tech looking like?
Definitely, stock has run a lot in last 2-3 months. So I think stock has done recently a lot of upside in the stock. So one should book profit in these level and any upper side level. Stock is good in AI and other things and recent listed counter. So I think stocks can face some more selling pressure in upper side. So one can use for that, can be used for a profit booking in that level. So I think stock can further come up to 500, 480 level if any profit booking can come. So I think it's a profit booking can be done in the upper side.
All right, profit booking can be done on upper side is the view coming in. Parth, if you're there online still, I must say kudos to buying at such low levels and spotting those levels, because you're sitting on a handsome profit of 60,000. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, viewers, don't miss your chance to get your stock-related queries solved by our experts. So pick up your phones and call us right away on the numbers that are flashing on your screen right now. We have our next caller, Ashwath from Bengaluru is calling in. Ashwath, okay, we don't have Ashwath yet. I think it seems the line is a little patchy, but let's take in a WhatsApp query then. I believe Yes Bank is the query. Ashwath, okay, Ashwath has a WhatsApp query. Okay, I'm a little confused here. No, never mind. So his query is on Yes Bank. He's sitting on a loss of roughly 5,000 rupees. He's bought 5,000 shares, bought at 20 rupees a piece. The stock is currently hovering around the 19 rupees levels. He wants to know as to, what could be the next course of action for the next 6 months. Amar, I'll come to you. Yes Bank, how does it fare on charts for the next 6 months?
So if I look at Yes Bank, Yes Bank is, I would say, it witnesses some sort of movement, but it's more or less consolidation, because what we are seeing is that the stock, if I look at on the monthly charts, it's been trying to consolidate between 14, 15 on the downside and somewhere around 26, 27 on the upside. So it's more of a range play in the stock. I really don't track this stock much. So I don't think I'll be able to comment on this.
All right. Okay, so we're getting a caller from Tamil Nadu. Hi, Hari Krishnan.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. How can we help you?
Ma'am, I am holding Jio Financial.
Right.
50 shares at 322 a piece.
Okay.
So I need to know whether I can accumulate at these levels and hold it for long term.
Yeah, because I can see that you're incurring a loss of 1,000 rupees as of now, but you're looking for a long-term view on it?
Yeah, ma'am. At least for 4 to 5 years and there.
At least for 4 to 5 years. So, Mahesh, how are the fundamentals of Jio Financial looking like? Because if I can see the 6-month picture, it has been down 14.15%. And today it was just slightly up. So what's your take on it?
Definitely, from counter perspective, it can be consolidated in a 285 to 300 odd range that can be used for buying level opportunity. It's a Reliance Group company fundamentally, and much more things are going to happen in Jio Financial Services. So, from if any horizon for 4 to 5 years, definitely it can be hold from 285 to 300 odd range. It can be accumulated more in these era, and from 4 to 5 year horizon, we can see 700 to 1,000 minimum range for the stocks, because we promoter are very sound and we can see some more strategy in counter in upcoming time. So from my perspective, it can be hold.
All right, hold is the view coming in on Jio Financial for the next 4 to 5 years. I hope that answers your query. Moving on to the next caller, Mukesh from Delhi is calling in. Mukesh, a very good evening to you. Thanks for calling in, and how can we help you? Hi Mukesh, I can hear you. Go ahead with your query. Okay, I believe we've lost Mukesh, but we have his query. Mukesh, if you're listening to us, I believe your query is on HDFC Bank. He's holding around 100 shares bought at 1890 levels. So he's sitting on a loss of around 17,000 odd rupees. And he wants a 6 months outlook on this. Amar, how does HDFC look on charts?
So I would say HDFC from a long-term perspective looks positive on the charts. Short-term, we are definitely seeing some sort of correction here, and it's corrected all the way from 1850 currently around 1700 odd levels. So the stock is approaching very crucial support zone. And if I look at the levels, so somewhere around 1680 is a very strong support zone. We could expect some pullback from those levels. So he can hold on to his position in HDFC Bank as of now.
Okay, now we are getting a WhatsApp query. So Karthik has written to us from Hyderabad. He's asking whether he should invest in Wipro or Coal India. Which stock is the best to invest for short term? So Amar, How are Wipro and Coal India looking on the charts, and which one should he be choosing?
So first, talking about Wipro is positive on the charts from a long-term perspective, intermediate-term perspective. It has corrected recently. So this is one stock one can look at, and looking at the other stock which he has mentioned, Coal India. So Coal India, what we are seeing is that the stock has corrected significantly, almost from 540 levels. Currently, it's around 379, 380. So one can look at Coal India as well, but on corrections towards 350, 360, because that's a very, very good level for entry in Coal India.
All right, that's the view coming in on Coal India as well as Wipro. Moving on to the next caller, Nakul from Kerala is calling in. Nakul, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
So I currently hold Reliance Industries 100 shares, average at 1255.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a short-term view in about for 6 to 7 months. So
Okay.
I just want to know what the fundamentals look like. The technicals look like.
Got it, got it. Any specific reason as to why you've entered Reliance Industries? And I believe you would have entered very recently.
Yes, I did about 3-4 days before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought there will be an upward trend once it struck around 1230, 124 mark. So I thought there will be an upward trend going on in the next 4-5 months.
Got it. Amar, your view as to what Nakul is saying. Do you also affirm to his view, or do you have a different view?
See, Reliance is actually trying to form a base. So if I look at the charts from an intermediate term perspective, that continues to remain quite bearish. But what is happening is that since the stock has moved into oversold territory across most of the time frames, so we can expect a pullback in the stock. So ideally, if the stock is able to sustain above the 1280 levels, because that's going to act as an immediate zone of resistance. Also recently, yesterday the stock had rallied towards the 1260, 62 levels. So ideally sustaining over the 1260, 1265 zone is also first going to be very important and crucial, and closing above that level is going to be important. So if that happens, then you can expect a rally in the stock. But you have to understand that the stock is in for consolidation. It's trying to form a base, and 1200, 1180, 1200, that's a very strong support zone for Reliance. So right now you can hold on to your position. Watch out for 1265 on the upside. If that is taken out, then you can expect some upside rally, but more or less that also will witness profit booking. So you'll have to look at it from that perspective.
Right. Now we're getting a caller from Hyderabad. Hi, Sunil.
Yeah, hi madam, good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. Please go ahead with your query.
Yes, madam. Yeah, madam, I am holding the DCX Systems.
Right.
So buy price is 372. I want to hold it to medium to long term.
Right.
What is the prospect, madam?
Okay, so DCX Systems, I think he's bought recently only and is asking for a long-term view on it. Yes?
Yes,
so,
yes, madam, yes.
So, Mahesh, how are the fundamentals of DCX looking like?
The company has recently got one order that is positive for company, and from fundamental perspective, company has more upside potential up to 450 to 460 odd level. I think stock could be hold from 1 year horizon. If stocks holding 400, 460 odd level, then we may see 500 up to 500 odd level. So fundamentally, company is good. I think it has potential to go more upside in 2 to 3 year horizon. But from 1 year perspective, it can be hold, and 450 to 475 could be range in 1 year horizon.
The view coming in on DCX System. Next caller, Shankar from Karnataka is calling in. Shankar, a very good evening. How can we help you?
Hi, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, KPI Green Energy, stock 220.
Okay.
Average price 156, ma'am. Sell or hold, ma'am. 6 month hold.
Is it 156 or 516? The buying price?
516.
516. Okay. And you want a short-term view, a technical view?
Ma'am, short term, ma'am. 2 days in the lower circuit, ma'am.
Got it. Got it. Amar, I'll come to you on this one. 2 days the stock has been low in lower circuit is what the viewer is saying. I'm not sure about that. But do you think I mean, what is the outlook for short-term perspective for this counter?
Yeah, I would say the stock has been extremely volatile because if you look at KPI Green, currently it's around 505 odd levels, and recently I would say on 3rd of January, it had made a high of almost 590, 588 to be precise. And from 588, the stock is down. So it's down by almost roughly more than 15% the stock is down in three trading sessions. So clearly shows that there is something definitely not right, which is being reflected in the share price. And the stock has some strong support coming around the 480, 485 levels. So if I look at it from a technical perspective, from a short-term technical perspective, we could witness some further selling pressure, but 480, 500, that should act as a zone of support. If there is a pullback, one should exit because the trend for the stock in terms of the upside, that seems to be capped. But at the same time, it's a highly volatile stock. One needs to keep mind of that as well.
Got it. Thank you so much for that. Amar and Mahesh, thank you so much for giving us those insights in the past 1 hour, and thank you so much for taking out time for NDTV Profit. But with that, I'm afraid that we're completely out of time on this edition of Ask Profit. But stay tuned to NDTV Profit for more news and updates that are lined up on the other side.
From my face. How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things around?
People would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
Did not have enough money in the bank to even meet the payroll.
What are the lessons that you've learned from the mistakes that you saw being made?
Didn't want to dilute their stake and therefore, ran out of cash.
Think you know what success looks like? Think again. Meet the disruptors, those who dare, dream and defy.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
From my face. How do you define a disruptor?
The idea was, why should we charge differently? We should probably charge the same.
What's the idea to change things around?
People people would be scared to put 50,000 rupees with us, right? But today, we have customers who put 500 crores with us.
What was your biggest challenge?
Did not have enough money in the bank to even meet